Okay, so here's what I want to talk about a little bit. We moved from how to create those countdown, create the folder system under documents here. So remember, I created a folder that was called Countdown, and within that I created one that was called Audio and Video. So now here's the next part. For this particular project, you're going to have some video and you're going to have some audio. So what I want to do right now is I want to open up a new Finder window. So I'm going to go to File, New Finder window. This is going to allow me to find and to look at the items that I've stored on my SD card. My SD card is right here, and you'll see that I've got some items here. Now, your files are normally going to say something like MP4 on them. I've done this a little bit more quickly than you normally would, and I've just gone out and found a few photos, which also will work for the project. That's not your assignment. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select these, and to select different ones, what I do is I hit Command on my keyboard and I click on the ones that I want to select. So I've got 8, 9, you see I have 4, 5, 6, let me see, and we have a few more here. So I'm going to take these and I'm going to put them, I'm actually going to drag them into my video folder. So that's where all the video or visuals are going to be. And then you'll see that I've got this new page set up right here. It's called freesound.org. This is a website where you can get some free sounds. You just have to credit them when we put them out there outside in the world. What I've gone through and I've done is I've created an account here, which I think you guys can handle. I used my school address and everything. And then I went through and I found a beep. I just did a search. I typed in beep. And when that happened, I was given several different beeps. This is one that I thought really worked well. I'm going to play it for you. That sounds like the beep that we were looking for, so I'm going to click on this page and I am going to download. So when you download, it downloads it into your downloads folder. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to go over to downloads. And you'll see I've got this one, it's called Austin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 beep. Take this, I'm going to drag it up into audio. Okay, so that right there is how you start creating a good place for you to save everything. And now we're going to move forward into the next part. This is where we open up Premiere. Okay, so to open Premiere, you can click on the launch pad and you can page on over and go to this icon right here. It says Adobe Premiere Pro CS6. Click on that, and then it'll open Premiere. Now, this first time that you do it, it's going to take a long time, but after that, it's not so bad. You'll see that it'll take about the same amount of time that mine is right now, which isn't so bad. I mean, right now you could be, taking a look at the project, figuring out what you need to do. Now, to open up this new project, I want you to click on New Project. And then you're going to have to say where you're going to save this. This is really important. This is where people get messed up all the time. Click on Browse right here. Remember where you had that Countdown video folder? I want you to click on Documents, and then I want you to click on Countdown again. And then right here, out in this area, this is where I want you to select this is what I want you to select as your destination path. Click Choose. And it says it's going to Users, TTJewel, which is my username, Documents, and Countdown. That's exactly where it needs to be. I'm also going to name this something that makes a whole lot of sense in case, well, I forget where I put it. I can do a search for Countdown. I'll click OK, and now it takes me to the next step. The next step is to make sure that I've got HDV selected and that I am saving it at HDV 1080p30. I'll name this sequence Countdown again, and then I'll click OK. So then I'm given this image right here. This is my screen, and this is where I can add in a bunch of things that I need. So right over here we've got in this area a place where you can see not only the effects that you might apply to something, but also you would be able to see video if you had items in your project folder. Over here, I'm going to move from the effects over to the area where you'll be importing. So here you'll be able to see anything that you've imported into your video. That would be like your videos and your audio. Right here, this is playback for the timeline, which is right here. So let's just start off with this. We need to import some videos. I'm going to File, Import, and then I'm going to go to, I'm already there, but I'm going to go to my Documents, find my Countdown folder, then I'm going to go into Video, and I'm going to click twice on that. I'm going to take all of these, and I can just drag all the way across all of them, or use that little trick where I click down Command, and then I click on each of them separately. Actually not going to select that one because I don't want to use it. I'm going to click import. Now remember, these are images, they're photos, but we can use them like we'd use videos. You need to take video though, okay? I'm just trying to speed things up for me as a teacher. Now I need to also import that sound, so I'm going to go back to the countdown folder and I'm going to go to the audio and I'm importing it. Okay, so if you remember correctly, you needed to have a couple of different items. Head back here, we're going to look at the sheet again. This is the countdown leader assignment. It says first that you need to have video clip for the numbers 3 through 8. Looks like I got an extra one. A beep at 2 seconds and a black screen from 2 seconds to 0. So I'm going to start setting up these. Okay, they have to be 1 second a piece. So I'm going to take the 8 and I'm going to drag it in here. Okay, see how this isn't big enough? Now normally this would be a problem. You wouldn't want to do this if we weren't just doing a practice project right now. But this thing right here might be something you want to see in the future. If I hit Control and then I click on this, I'm given all these really cool things that you normally get in a right click. I'm going to scale it to frame size. Now normally you're going to see that it blurs it, and it did here a little bit. The other thing that you might see is that it will maybe give these extra bars on the side if it's not the right size. That's okay. I'm going to go up in here and I'm going to scale it up. Now these are things you shouldn't have to do. Okay? I'm just doing them because I chose to take a little bit of a shortcut. Alright, so we've got 8 in there. We want to make this 1 second long. Okay, well, there's a couple ways you can do that. Here's one way. Click on this and you can say speed duration and you want it to be 1 second. So you change this to 1 second. I'm going to click OK and there we are. The other thing that I can do is right here, this is my timeline, right? This is the time that I'm at right now. I can move this to 1 second now, and that would say that this is the end of 1 second. I could take this, and it had been out here further before, and I could drag it back to meet that line, okay? Just like I could do this. I want my next one to end at 2 seconds. I'm going to set my indicator, my timeline indicator right there, and I'm going to drag in my 7. Okay, so I'll bump that right next to the previous one, and then I will do this. Okay, so now I've got 2. I'm going to drag back the timeline indicator. 8, 7. Okay, so that's really what it looks like. It looks normal. I'm going to scale this to frame size again, or at least tell it that it needs to be. Okay, and again, looks like this was probably the wrong scale. We're going to get it there. Alright, now, next one, and I am going to fix this because I made a little mistake. I'm going to go do this. Alright, that's where we were before. So, I'm going to quickly go through and do the rest of them, and you'll see in a second what it looks like. So, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and that'll be it. So that one works. This one needs to be scaled up. Remember, look at how I actually highlight, click on the clips that I need to do any adjustments to before I start making those adjustments. Otherwise, that could be a little bit of a problem. Okay, so I've got these done. Now I just need to make them all 1 second long. And for me, what I'm going to do, and probably for you, I'm going to try to make this as simple as possible. I want this to go to 3 seconds. Change it to 3. So now I can take this and I can drag it in and clip it. Okay. Also, to make this timeline magnified a little bit, I could do this. I make things a little simpler for you to see. 4 seconds. Drag this in. I'm going to make this. Oops. 5. Move this. 6. Alright, so now we need to add in some black video. So you can do it in a couple of different ways. There's one simple way. It just basically allows you to have something in a space that's going to take about 2 seconds. Click on this and then go to black video. Click OK, and then drag this in. Okay, you want this to be 2 seconds long, so do that right click thing on top of it. So that's hitting Control and click at the same time. And then I want you to click on speed duration, because this is a static kind of photo kind of image file. I'm just going to make that 2 seconds. Alright, and then that should be it. So I'm going to go back and double check. It says that I need to have video clips numbers 3 through 8, which I did. Beep at 2 seconds and a black screen from 2 seconds to 0. So it looks to me like right here I have an 8-second video. Okay, that's how long it'll last. I need to put that beep in there. So I'm going to take this beep and I'm going to put it in right here. Now, just so you know, video goes in video 1, 2, and 3, and actually could expand it up more if you wanted to. Audio goes down here in audio 1, 2, and 3. So we need to make sure that we put this audio down in this area. So I'm going to play this. Let's see if it worked. Okay, that's it. So now the next thing I do is I save, and I've got another video on how to do that. This is how you make your countdown video.